complete staging now.
Impound, over there. Put them on the stands and leave them.
Allowed some of the best amateurs on the East Coast and those that want to travel further.
Felt good for the race, but then my boot broke right as I was about to go out, so I had to call the 2 minutes. Got an okay start. Took me a while to get by the second place rider. Once I did, I felt good.
Outstanding. You sure showed well, and those things happen. To keep your composure is extremely important. Who's helping you out, Bo?
Well, mainly the fans. Fans on the backstretch getting me pumped up. Casey Cycle, Helmet World, Justin Jones.
All right, the fans on the backstrap. You know, these folks are what power us sometimes. Being able to hear your name called out, the cheering, you're absolutely correct. It energizes us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. Now we're going to move over to the number 2 rider, Tristan Avery. Now, Tristan, this guy's a lighting guy. See, he would be the flea, the fly. He is fast. He fights this bike every inch of the way. He worked his way through the pack. What a ride, Tristan.
Thank you. Just got a real bad start. Just kept on trying to go up and kept on moving up. So, I mean, I wish I kept on staying right there with Jared, but we just kept on going and going.
Well, Jared had a very good ride, but you came through that pack. You worked hard. You earned this spot, let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I rode good and just got a horrible start. Just kept on moving my way up. So, I mean, it was a good ride. I mean, I like to thank Ride Academy. Vortex, Sprockets, and Chains. If it wasn't for my dad, I mean, I probably wouldn't be here right now. And I really like to thank my AV Racing and my brother for helping me out, my dad.
Nobody like family. Thank you very much for thanking him, Tristan. Bob Myers said it earlier today, family what makes this tick. Mr. Van de Koo, you Ohio guys, you know, you're just downright quick. You put on quite a show here today.
Oh, thank you. We ride these things every weekend, and it's pretty fun to just go out there and get that thing sideways. I'd like to thank a couple people. I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Dave Cycle, Vortex, Spectre Oils, Johnny Bench Motorcycles, Woody Kyle Racing, and just my whole family and all the fans. And I'd like to thank everybody for helping put this thing on.
Well, thank you so much. We really get a kick out of it. You mentioned Woody Kyle Racing, the foremost engine builder in the singles today. He does Sammy's motors. I think he used to do Carver's motors. He makes these things run. You definitely had a rocket ship.
Yeah, he built some fast motors, and Carver and Sammy and them are all fast.
They're all fast. You're an up-and-comer. Thank you for coming, and congratulations. There they are, 450 amateurs. As long as you got the equipment, I know you got the heart. And thank you so much for being here, Billy. Congratulations, brother. All righty, now we go over here to Jay Marr. Now, Jay pitched me a curve. He knows us old guys are a little slow, so he changed the number on his motorcycle. I was looking for this 92, and Marr comes out with a 19. I'm thinking of national number 19, Paul Lynch, which we used to sponsor. And that's his old, there you go. I knew there was something familiar about this. Tell us a little something, because you're no spring chicken.
No, I'm not. I used to race here back in the early 80s with my sponsor, Richard Ford, who I need to thank very much. And it's just so much fun to come back here and ride around with these guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Really appreciate it.
You know, you didn't just ride around, Jay. And Richard, you helped so many good people. Eisenach in particular. I mean, it's cool.
Richard helps a lot of people. Richard Ford is really a great thing for flat track racing. And I also want to shout out to my sponsor, Mouse and Continental Cycles in Ocean City, Maryland. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you and congratulations. Now we move over here. You just left everybody sitting in the dust. You took command from the drop of the flag. And, well, you're a youngster. You're only 51. But you're riding a machine that is probably younger than you are.
80. It's an 80 model.
It's younger than you are.
It's younger than I am.
He doesn't admit to nothing. He's an old guy.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming out and thank Mr. Klein for getting the track ready. And, just thanks for having the race.
You know, thank you so very much. It's guys like you that invigorate all of us. One hell of a ride, and we thank you so much. All of you guys.
To let them know that we thank Frederick.com for coverage of the Barbara Fritchie Classic. We're meeting whole new groups of people with different medias, and it is absolutely marvelous. On Frederick.com, you can follow what happened here today. You can get some pictures, some footage there, and follow the races. So we certainly appreciate everybody that has been here and all the racers. The track will be just about ready in a minute or two, but we'll let him go back to his filming.
And you know, that's, I joke about that, but one of the things about sponsoring a guy like Sam Halbert, he is in the gym every day, he's working, he's checking his agility, he's tough as nails, as is Jared Meese. I just don't follow Meese as close because, you know, I got a little money invested in Sammy. Although we got a little money invested in Jared today because he's been running strong. Now, out of Illinois.
Congrats, man, good day.
Yamaha mounted. Excellent ride. You put it where you needed to be. You didn't get quite the start that you wanted. You know, this is a pretty dinky trophy, but it's the memory that you keep.
Yeah, no, you know, it really means a lot to get up here on the podium with these guys. I know me and Jared have been going at it on these hot shoe races, and I just keep trying to put it up on the box and get right with these guys. I know there's a little step ahead here and there, but I've been picking up wins this year, and, you know, setting up the bike today in this different track, it really helped out.
The limestone in the Lima, Sammy Halbert.
Yeah, it was a good race for me. You know, I got a kind of squirrely start, wheelied a little bit there, and gathered it back up to take the lead off of turn 2 and put it down. You know, I had a really solid 9. It's kind of the same thing I've done here for 4 years in a row now. So pretty stoked to get the big win here in front of a big local sponsor that just seemed like it was the bike to be on. The Woody Kyle Racing Fredericktown Yamaha YZ450F just made my job easy out there. I was on cruise control. You fans are awesome, hanging over the fence and up there in the stands. I can hear you cheering and see you cheering at least. And I was trying to get you going there with a couple laps to go, and really enjoyed coming here.
Well, a good job, because when you start getting up to those hay bales, it gets pretty scary. You get a little tense in the stomach and start to sweat.
Yeah, I definitely saw the fans jumping. About halfway through the race, the bike's handling just went down, and Colby and Tristan ran really clean race, really good race, and it's really fun having all the fans jumping over the fence and motivating you out there. It makes you get pumped up and keep going.
You know, we do have a lot of sun and we got a lot of wind, and that will suck the moisture out of this track. We work very hard to keep it from being a dust bowl, and we thank you guys for putting up with that because it changes all the time. You know, Tristan, that was one hell of a ride, lad. You, again, tell us about your start and how you worked up.
I both got bad starts today on both of the main events, but it kind of sucks to play catch up all the time, but it's really fun to have a race win. And, just really want to thank Ride Academy, Vortex, SLR, AB Racing, and like I said, I really think like my dad, and my brother for helping me out, and especially my uncle, my mechanic. I really want to thank all of them.
What? You want to buy me a bike? The old man said when you get old enough, you can buy as many motorcycles as you want. I got a whole garage full now.
All righty, there you go. That's what you do with a midlife crisis. So now we got Englehart. Man, you know, you got off to a hell of a start, kind of ran your own race. You had it wired.
Yeah, you know, coming from Ohio, this is our kind of track. We like the cushion.
You do indeed, you do indeed. Sammy just came off alignment. Now that's a deeper cushion than what we put out here, but you guys do know how to handle it. Thank you so much for making the trip. You got anybody helping you out?
Yeah, mainly my dad's here today helping me out, so you can give a shout out to him. Corey Dexter, my sponsor, him on the singles, and he helps me out a lot too, gives me a lot of advice. But mainly I want to thank all the fans coming out today. We couldn't do it without you. Mr. Klein for, putting up the money for this race.
Smell of gasoline and limestone can one guy take?
Take a pretty good amount. I mean, you got to come out here and ride 2 classes and have fun and put a good show on for these fans.
Outstanding. Who's building your Triumph for you?
I'm M&J Racing. We was here last year. We wanted on a Triumph, but unfortunately some fast Harley showed up. But we'll settle for a third. We're on the podium again. I appreciate everybody coming out here today.
I'd like to thank my sponsors, Ben Brees, Harley Davidson, out of Ottawa, Ohio. This is their bike. He's just been nothing but good to me.
A leg up for what they're going to see in the Grand National Circuit. Now, Ryan Wells, we spoke to you earlier. You know, is your throttle stuck?
Yeah, it seems like it, right? Yeah. The track's pretty good. This is my second race on Harley. Track toward the end got a little tough to ride, so I just kind of took a look over my shoulder and seen I had a good lead, and then just tried to stay smooth and not go down. I almost got off once good in turn 3 and 4, so just to keep it on 2 wheels and get my first one on Harley was awesome. So just like to thank Bob Messler for bringing this thing out here for me to ride today, and he's the only one that brought me as it is. My dad had to work 2 doubles to get the pro race off this weekend, so I just really appreciate it.
Paul Chesnut watching, you're just making a presence in flat track racing, and we appreciate the nerve and the skill and the fortitude it takes to ride. Do you, as a lady in this sport, feel at a disadvantage, or you just give it all?
No, I mean, I try not to think of it that way. I mean, it's a sport for everybody out here. Female riders are, as you've seen, Shayna can pull it off. So, I mean, it's just.
Well, and you can pull it off too. And, and that's the key thing about it. You're not afraid to throw your hat in the ring and to be a serious competitor. And that, I think, is a major part of it. And it shows you, if we have aspiration, a little perspiration, we can accomplish things.
Just, keep in mind that this is a high-risk sport, so we do everything to keep it down, keep everybody safe. Unfortunately, there was a crash over in turn 1. I hope everybody's okay.
I hope they are too. They came in here hot. They were side by side. I can't tell you who the winner was. That wall comes up on you very fast. They were focused. They were getting down to the line. It is what racing's all about. We hate to see the incident. Hopefully they're well. Who helps you with footing the bills and building the equipment?
I got to give it out to TSI Racing, Martin Trugis, Penske Shocks, Mike, who helps me out with how to run the track and stuff like that. So we have a great team.
Okay, and Mike who?
Himmelsbach.
Mike Himmelsbach helped you run this track. as he tries to bring it back up. We got to center ourselves, be in front of this banner. Luke, what a ride. You guys had us on the edge of the seat between you and me, and I don't know which lines you picked or where he got you back by, but I thought you were in there. You had this Skip Eakin monster just throwing dirt.
Oh yeah, Skip builds a hell of a bike. I struggle a little when it gets a little slick like this, but I was pretty happy with the way it rode considering the conditions. So yeah, no, I was really happy. It means to dig forward for the bikes, and thank everybody that helps us, KK Cycles, Swear Me Helmets, Nicely Motorsports, and a whole bunch of other people.
Outstanding. We can't do it by ourselves. The family's got to keep going. Thank you much, Luke. And I'll go around back. You know, you weren't going to settle for third place.
No, give me the Sammy stats one more time, though. Oh, geez, you know, it was a good race. I want to thank all the fans for coming out. I really want to thank Gary Goodwin for, letting me ride his bike. And, through the season, he lets me ride this thing on and off, man. It's a great motorcycle. It's a dream to ride this thing. Got off to a lazy start there on the second round. I know that's exactly what Brad needed. And I got tangled up there with Luke a little bit back and forth. And Brad was just on cruise control, man, riding his own race. And finally got Luke there at the end. And it was checker flag. So track was good. This is probably the most fun I've had here at Frederick, and can't wait to come back.
You know, we got to keep making it better for you. I know you hang it out all the time when you come here. We've been before Hagerstown. It's a risk. We appreciate everything you guys do. The fans get a special treat. We're just a little different venue for flat track.
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank my dad for coming out and giving me a hand, my girlfriend, and once again Gary Goodwin for letting me ride this bike, Bell Helmets, Batley Cycles, Dutch Rose Honda, all you fans once again, and even yourself, Fredericktown Yamaha, for putting all the effort into this event.
You young, fast guy from out of the West. Brad, what a ride you put in here. Once they let you go there, woo, you just left everybody.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's been a string of bad luck here for a couple of weeks, and been having bike problems pretty much that's affected my results. And I knew if I got myself on a Sano motorcycle that Mark Chesser worked so hard on, and I really got to thank Gary Goodwin for stepping up and giving me this bike that's only been ridden twice. It's a fantastic bike, and after practice, my bike that I came here on broke, kind of the same issue that happened to it last weekend. So, I'm just happy to start here, and that restart helped me a little bit, and I still think I could have got him. I was coming fast, and I just want to thank you guys for showing up and putting on this awesome event, and just got to give it up to Mark Chesser and Gary Goodwin for giving me this ride and helping me out get here.
We just wrapped up the Barbara Fritchie Classic, the 90th annual here in Frederick, Maryland at the Great Frederick Fairgrounds. We left very little on the track. Two riders went down. One took out a section of fence. One bent up his handlebars a little bit. They were bumping and they were scraping, just giving it 110%. They come into this corner at 95 miles an hour with the bars banging. It's probably one of the most exciting sports that you can attend. We had a good attendance today, but we got to thank our sponsors, Dutch Rose Honda, JT Motorsports, Batley Cycle, Fredericktown Yamaha and Triumph, Twiggs Cycle in Hagerstown, and most of all, R.F. Klein Construction and Tommy Klein III poured his heart and soul out into this, and those of us here in Frederick are very proud to be a part of this and continue the great tradition here in Frederick.
Sure.
And that's like, I didn't do anything wrong, Mom. They should have never put me on the third row.